Happy Wednesday! Thank you for joining me here tonight. We are continuing with the Bride of Frankenstein's Bouquet embroidery here. This is our embroidery of the month this month. Here it is on black. And we are stitching it on a light colored fabric just so we can see the difference between the two when we're all finished. And we're getting pretty far. I'm happy with it. So thanks again for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So thanks again, you guys, for being here. I'm here typically for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way. So we have gone over 3 stitches, the stem stitch, the split stitch, and the chain stitch for this, and now I'm going to just try and cruise and see how much I can get of this done tonight. That is the goal. Let's get some stuff done. All right, here we go. Okay, so it is looking awfully cute. Let's get a little lower here. I do have my iPad here open with the instructions right on here. So this is how I know what stitches and what colors to make it. This is from the digital pattern, and I just like having it open on my iPad versus printing it out all the time. But here we go. Here is the dark and the light version so far. I think they're both looking just super cute. I'm using the exact same colors of floss on both, so that's what I really want to see, what the difference is going to be. We can kind of peek at what the colors are going to look like on the back here. I think it's going to be pretty. All right, let's get going here. Thanks everyone for popping in tonight. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to keep going with all the gray, the light gray colors. So let's keep going there. I've been using the loop method of the floss, and that's been kind of fun to do. So let's just continue that. I'll continue it as long as I have these super long threads, and I have 2 more left here. So I think that'll be good. So I'm using just 1 strand for the loop method, and it's like twice as long as I normally would make it. I'm actually going to bring the 2 ends together. So it's 2 ends, and then I have just like the fold or the loop on the other end here. That's where I want to start here. And I think I'm going to use the thread conditioner again today. Oh, Arloa is saying that the snow update is needed. I'm not sure if you're talking to me about that, but yeah, we got a bajillion inches of snow yesterday. Like at minimum we got 6 inches of snow. It is still around, however, it's it's above freezing, so it's doing its best to go away, but there's still several inches for sure hanging out. It's just pretty wet outside right now. Okay, so here we go. I threaded the side with the 2 ends that I brought together, and so this other end I have that loop, right? So that's what we want for this. So I'm gonna just start with my. We got this line to do yet. Let's do that. So I'm gonna start with that anchor stitch. So that's that itty bitty stitch. That I need to start this piece. Actually, I wonder if we can get by without the anchor stitch again, because remember how I went around loops that were already there? Let's do that. So I'm going to come up as if I already did that anchor stitch, and so I'm not pulling all the way through yet. I'm leaving this loop back here. But I'm going to try and go around these little bits. And you know what? I'm actually going to maybe try and pierce it a little bit, because I don't want to go all the way around like this and to the other side, because I think you might be able to see that stitch. So I'm just going to kind of go in the middle here. All I need to do is grab onto something, because I want these stitches to look like they're in front still. There we go. And then I'm going to go back in the hole here. There, so that works for our first chain stitch. So now I'm actually going to pull on this, and I'm going to loop, I'm going to put my needle through the loop that's here. Oh, except for now I'm in the situation again that I was before where I'm going in and out of the same hole. So this is not going to work this way. I am going to have to do the anchor stitch. This loop method only works if you go in and out of a different hole. So let's start over again here. Let's start with the actual anchor stitch. There, this is comfortable here. So I'm going to make that tiny little stitch. And we're going to leave that stitch. And now I'm going to go through the loop here. Actually, I think we can probably pull on this all the way through. There we go. Now thread the needle through that loop. And if you pull that tight, you'll have just that little loop on the back holding our thread in there. And now I'm going to come back up on this side. There we go. And now I can still go through that anchor stitch right there. And now we're in business. But yeah, that loop is holding the thread in place. So we didn't have to weave in any ends. We didn't start out with a knot. We can just start stitching with no like excess stuff hanging around there. And I'm using that reverse method, that reverse chain stitch method. Mostly because then I can use that loop method. Except in a normal chain stitch, I would be going in and out of the same hole to start out with. And that's where you can't use the loop method. You have to have some fabric in between to hold the loop in place. Alright, well, this rose is going to be done pretty quickly. And I think I'm going to just jump right over and start this rose, because I think I should have plenty of thread to at least get pretty far on that. So I'm holding it upside down again just because it's most comfortable for my hand, my left hand, to reach the back of the stitches here. Alright, that's that. Easy peasy. So that guy is done. So, alright, I want to jump up to this bud. I think I am going to just jump across. I don't like jumping across shapes like that. I like each shape to kind of be contained because I don't want to be able to see that thread on the back, but it's such a small jump that I think I'm going to do it anyway. So I think I'm going to have to jump all the way to here though. You know what? I think we'll go up here, we'll go around this little loop and then down and around the whole thing. I think that's my map. So I'm going to jump all the way over here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to quite jump. I'm going to go in between the stitches here, because then I'll at least have the floss held down. On the back, I won't have such a giant leap. And now I'm going to jump up there. There, that won't be so bad, I don't think. All right, let's make that tiny anchor stitch again. I think that anchor stitch will be covered up with our other stitches. And let's do that reverse chain stitch again. So going through that anchor stitch. There we are. Kind of made that a little bit big. Let's see if I can get that anchor stitch tighter. Oops. There we go. I don't know if that really helped, but I will be stitching over that anchor stitch with when I get around that side, so I think we'll be good. Oh, I missed, there was a question there. Oh, Colleen's asking if I think I'll be able to go live tomorrow. So that is the question mark. We have like a house meeting sort of thing, and it's gonna be a group of people arguing about stuff. So depending on how long it takes for everyone to agree on stuff. But I am hoping to come on tomorrow, so I will come on if it's just a little late. If it's getting close to like 9:30, then I probably won't come on. But if it's just 9 or so, then I will come on still. So tomorrow, just to recap, tomorrow is the day that I may not be here. We got a meeting that we have to go to, but I'm hoping that I can still get most of the time here because we got some embroidering to do here yet. Oh, yes. So, Lisa, I do that often. So, Lisa says, can you weave your way to where you want to go on the back rather than make the jumps? Absolutely. And I do that often. So, I didn't do that here, but I did that earlier with the thorns. I stitched them and then I wove in the back here and then stitched the next one. And sometimes I will, like, if I have to go down here or something and I'm way up here, but it's the same color, sometimes I will just weave all the way down and then start it up again. It depends. I'm just kind of weighing, do I waste more floss starting new or weaving my way down? But I definitely weave in the backs when I can versus making that big jump. Because first of all, weaving in the backs of stitches hide the stitches, like it hides that jump, because you can't see it beyond those stitches. And second, then you don't have those giant stitches or toe catchers, as we've been calling here. Oh yes, Colleen. So Colleen says if it's like an hour late, then we'll see you another time. Probably. I'm thinking that's probably how it'll work. So I'll try and update you guys on Facebook what my status is tomorrow evening, if it's getting close to finishing, or if I'm still coming on. So I think I can get away with some Facebook posts during the meeting. All right, last little chain stitch here. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll be on Friday, although I may be on location at my parents' house. We might be visiting them. So in that case, I might only be on YouTube again. So I'll let you guys know that as well. All right, I didn't do an anchor stitch here. I think I'm going to just try and anchor to these stitches that are here. There we go. I'm just going to go around there and start. All right, so now I'm going to go around and try and loop back up there, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough thread for that. Sylvia says, don't start a row with meeting, folks. We are going to try and be very nice. I think it'll be fine. There's just a lot to cover. So, and it's starting so late in the evening because, that's just when everyone had available. Except for me. But, oh well. Hoping it gets done before we're on. Hello, Luna. Oh, Rebecca's asking, I missed that earlier, any snow in Minneapolis today? So just the snow that was already there. However, I'm going to have to check the map, but in theory, we're supposed to get a whole more dumping of snow tomorrow, too. I thought it was supposed to be rain, but now people are saying it might be another thing of snow. So, I mean, if it's really bad weather when we want to go to my parents' house, then we'll stay here. But we'll just see. So, Oh, someone asked about. I posted those pictures and John was shoveling. Someone mentioned about uh, getting a snowblower and stuff. We actually have a snowblower, but it's broken. The pull, like like to pull to get it started, that is broken. So we have to figure out how to put a whole new piece of rope in the pull, if that makes sense. So we got some YouTube watching to do. I think John already has all the supplies. Like he has the replacement rope, and I think he even has a video up. But we were hoping to do that this week sometime. But the snow came pretty dang early. Like I said yesterday, I think it was recorded as the most earliest snowfall in the Twin Cities area here. Oh, I'm from Wisconsin and live in Minnesota now. Though someone just asked that on Facebook. All right, we totally had enough thread, so I have one more stitch, and that's probably all I would have been able to do with this as well. So that worked out great. So I'm going to weave in the end, and we will start the last rows fresh. I think that's it for the last. Yeah, that's the last row. So that's the last of this overcast color, this light gray, and it's also the last of the chain stitches. After that, we oops, I went a little far here. After that, we got the split stitch and stem stitch. Be nice to get to some of those today. So we'll try and cruise through this last rows. It might still take more than one thread though, but we got two left here. So let's separate another one down to our last two long threads. I still have a ton of this color left though. All right, let's bring these ends together. We'll do that loop method again. That's just slick. So you can really only do that loop method, or at least as far as I know, when you have like an even amount of threads like this. I typically stitch with 3 strands of floss just because I like the thickness of the line, but we wanted something a little bit more delicate for this design, so I'm using 2, but with 2, I have the opportunity to do this loop method. I think I already have a knot in here, and I haven't even started yet. Ugh. This is one of those knots that happen when it loops around itself. There we go. All the more reason to run it through the little thread conditioner here. Oh no, Pamnita, your hand's out of commission. That's no fun. Ugh. Time to catch up on all the Netflix series. All right, let's do this last one. So this one looks pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go loop around and around and around and come back down and come back up. It's a plan. All right, so let's start with that anchor stitch. There. It's more comfortable upside down again. All right, let's catch that loop. Perfect. Great. Oh, that's such a good way to start. Look, there's no knot. There's no excess anything. Ah, that is a good deal. All right, so this is a pretty tight curve, so I'm going to just make some smaller chain stitches. I'm going through that anchor stitch now. I'm going to make some really small chain stitches. Just, ooh, gosh. Just to, hold on. There we go. Just to go around that tight curve. Wow, I'm really kind of feeling like I'm getting all twisted and knotted up already on this, but we'll keep going and see how it goes. maybe rotating a lot. I kind of like going in a certain direction for the reverse chain stitches, and we're just going around and around in a loop here. Oh, that's nice, Pam Nita. Wonder how long this thread is going to last. I wonder if I can make it around the whole entire spiral on top here. Ooh, what part should we do next? I'm kind of wanting to do all the stems really quickly. I know I have all these leaves too. But yeah, I think I'm going to focus on that dark gray. Let's get all the leaves and stems cranked out here. Then tomorrow or Friday, however it lands, we'll tackle the bow. And so this is a pretty in-depth embroidery. It's a longer embroidery than some other ones, so I don't think we'll finish this week. Jenna timed herself. Jenna actually stitched. Jenna, she was in the photo from my the car photo from yesterday, but she helps me out at the office and with everything. And she actually stitched this one up. And she said it took her about 8 hours, I think she said, for that. So that's a bit more than the 5 we typically spend together here, and maybe even a little less because I may or may not be here tomorrow. But I'm kind of hoping that we get the Aurifil block done pretty quickly. So next week we're going to work on the Aurifil block of the month, quilt block of the month. And I'm thinking we try and cruise through that as fast as we can. And then we can work on this guy some more. I'd like to finish him up. You know what? I'd actually like to stitch the Tyrannosaurus with some of the cute little winter clothes. I don't know if you guys saw that. So I made a little kind of add-on pattern for if you get the Tyranno kit, or like a bundle that contains the Tyrannosaurus Rex kit. It's basically like a dress-up doll. So you basically trace the dinosaur, the Tyranno, to your fabric, and then you can trace this clothing. So I have like winter hats for them, and boots, and a few summer things, and I have like this little poofy coat and earmuffs, all like little mittens. So all these little things that you can just kind of pick and choose what you want to put on him. So you trace those on, and then you stitch it all together so it looks like he's wearing these clothes. I kind of want to stitch that up sometime real soon here. So I don't know. We might have to like super crank through the Aurifil block of the month, or I don't know. Maybe we'll have to squeeze it in some other time. We'll see. But I really want to stitch one of those up. Hi, Amy. Oh, interesting. Arloa says, I cannot win with the chain stitch. One week they're tight and the next week they're loose. Yeah, when they're tight, then yeah, it looks like just like one big stitch. Mine are actually looking extra bubbly today, some of them, so I'm kind of with you. I feel like that's how mine are too. It reflects how you're feeling for the day, I guess. I'm sure they look nice either way. Either way works. It's funny, I feel like it's not really second nature to make them loose, because I feel like, you're tying knots and stitching. I think the instinct is to, pull the thread all the way through, like make it tight. And, this is being weird. And with a chain stitch, you want to be a little looser, just so it keeps that teardrop shape. But I feel like if I zone out for a little or something, then they tend to get tighter, because I'm not actively thinking about making them loose anymore. Some of them are pretty tight. Or when I'm concentrating on something else, then I forget to make them a little looser. I think I'm going to make it around this loop-de-loop. We'll definitely need another piece to finish this up. I think we'll rotate right like this. Oh, I've not used an ever-sewn sparrow machine. Oh, I'm not sure what that is, Tracy. Is it just like a normal sewing machine, or is it like a serger type thing? Yeah, I'd be excited to hear how they are too. Oh, yay! Kathy said I bought the Tyranno kit this week and got the add-on pattern download, and I'm excited to stitch it. Oh, cool! You'll definitely have to share what you do with it. I'd love to see, because you can choose what you want it to wear. It's not like set outfits. It's like all the little parts, like a paper doll. So it'll be interesting what everyone does for him. I did put a little summer one in there, a few little summer things in there. Oh, what would be great is to end it really close. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out in my head how to start the next one, because in theory I don't need to make an anchor stitch, and I don't want to make an anchor stitch. I might weave in the ends of the next one instead of doing the loop, just because I need to go in the same hole, and then the loop method doesn't work very well. So we might do this a different way. The other option is I'm almost out of thread. I could stop right here, but I wanted it to feel like it looped around here. I was thinking I could come back this way and go all the way around, but I think we'd lose this like kind of continuous loop feel. I don't know. I'd like to get 2 more stitches here at least. Oh, it's connected. I'm just seeing the bottom of this comment, but are those machines connected to Bernina's in somehow? Oh, that's interesting. That's the brand of my mom's sewing machine. She is a Bernina. Gosh, that's probably about... Geez, that's actually probably about... Oh man, that can't be 20 years old already, that machine. Wow, that might be 20 years old, that machine. Nah. At least 10 years. I'll have to ask. Because in my brain, it's like a fancy new machine, her Bernina. But I suppose compared to like the new machines, it's probably not. But compared to my machines, it's pretty dang new. Oh, Sylvia is a Bernina. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, a Bernina is a manufacturer of sewing machines. It's one of the like popular brands of sewing machines for quilters and machine embroiderers, and they're nice. All right, just enough thread to weave this in, and I think I am going to weave in the ends of the next piece, which is a bummer because I got that thread just for the loopy method. But I suppose I could weave in a little bit, catch the loop, and then start. Let's try that. All right, because I'd love to use the loop again. So here's that last piece of thread. Starting to see like the colors a little bit. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be like this nice neutral palette. It's easier to see on the back sometimes because you don't have all those extra black lines. I'll have think it's going to be delicate and pretty. Okay, let's put this through the thread gloss or thread conditioner. Ooh, this smells good. I need to get a candle of this. This is totally random, but I was just thinking of it because this smells just like a candle. Like, it would be like the most beautiful candle. Is that... I had this idea, and I'm curious if you guys think it'd be neat. Like, I was thinking it would be fun to have... to have some candles made with, like, really yummy scents. But that are, like, crafty. So, like, one could be, like, embroidery or something. I would need some sort of clever names. I would need help with that, for sure. But just something cute. And they could have, like, sewing machines on and embroidery stuff. And it could be just really fun. And so I'm just looping it around here. I think that's going to work just fine. Just kind of hooking it on there. Oh, that worked great. I didn't have to weave in the ends. I just hooked it onto something that was already there. Oh my god, that worked really, 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 really well, actually. Gretchen says she's always in for a candle. I don't know, I know a lot of candle people who make amazing, amazing candles, and I would love to maybe team up with them and do something fun. Make the sewing area smell nice. We'll see. I thought it'd be a cute idea sometime. Oh, Robin says, I love candles. I have one burning and it smells so good. Yeah, I've been getting candles from someone I know lately. John likes having them in the office sometimes. Just when you're working on something difficult and you light a pretty candle, it just makes it feel a little bit more special and not so horrible to, I don't know, write those emails to someone or something. So I think it'd be a fun thing for sewing and stitching. We will see. Okay, one more stitch. Oh no, I'm like, we're done with the chain stitch, but nope, we got all this down here to do. So I'm gonna do one last one here. Oh man, I might need more floss. I might be able to make it all the way around there. So I'm going to finish this stitch, and then I'm going to jump down here. And I think I'm going to anchor my stitch. I'm just going to loop it around like some of this stuff again up here. Just kind of grab some of the thread. There. That works. I think it's still pretty hidden. That's a little weird looking, but who's going to find that one weird stitch? Nobody. Oh, those are great. Nolene says some candle names would be Stitchin' Time, Hexy, ooh, I gotta scroll back down. Hexy Heaven, Crafting Calm. Okay, those are nice. But yeah, I have a friend that makes the most, like, the best smelling candles. Like, I actually don't even light them because they give off enough scent with them just being open. We have used one up, but the other one I just have sitting open in the office. I think they're maybe a little pricey, but it's so worth it. Like, if you're comparing it to, like, I don't know, a Target candle or something, but they're so amazing smelling, and they're gonna last like way, way longer. So I don't know. I'll check into that maybe. Be a fun thing. But I think of it every single time I use that thread gloss because it's just so yummy smelling. Ugh, I think I'm going to have to get another. I think I'm going to lose at thread chicken or floss chicken. I think I'm going to need like maybe 3 more stitches or something. That's going to be a bummer. I do have a little bit more thread here. Kind of prepared. Maybe I can make it. Let's see. These chain stitches do take up a lot of thread. Kind of making almost 3 stitches with every stitch. You got, you know, both sides of the chain, and then jumping to the next stitch is like another stitch, so it uses up a lot. I think we might make it. Oh, we do have quite a bit. Oh, there's a lot of line left there. I got at least 4 stitches. Oh, I might have enough for 4. It's always awesome when you have just enough. So this is it for the light gray color and the chain stitch. So awesome. We finished that today then. And I think there's a bunch of time to do some more. I might just do all of the... I was thinking I would do all the stem stitches before doing all the split stitches, but it's weird to just do the stems and not do the things around it at the same time. I think that might be a little bit weird, so I'll just do it section by section, I think. All right, that is it. Let's weave in that end, and we have ourselves some roses. Still think this would be fun to stitch in other colors too. Looking pretty on the back. All right, there we are. Ugh, it's coming around. I'm still excited to see what it looks like in comparison to the black. It's almost even more, it's like more delicate on the white. Oh, it's pretty. I like it. And again, you could stitch it without the spider stuff, and it would be like a really pretty bouquet. All right, I'm stoked. I think let's just kind of work our way through this. So let's start with this leaf up here. I think I got a long piece here. Yeah, okay, so we'll continue the loop method. So this leaf is a split stitch. So I could do this, and in theory I could travel way down here. I mean, that's quite a ways to go. But I might, if I have enough thread, might as well. And then I could get like some of these stems. That might be a path to choose. I always kind of like mapping out where I might go. All right, here is that. Let's get the ends together. Yay, done with chain stitch. All right, there we go. Yummy. So these, I don't think I mentioned this today, but these are from Wisecraft, handmade. I don't know if you can read that. Wisecraft and then handmade at the end. And then just go to the shop, and then she has a section for thread gloss. And this is the Rainfall one. The Rainfall one smells like Christmas. All right. So I think I'm gonna. Well, I suppose I'll start here. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I think I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to wrap myself all the way around here, which will make me end right here, and then I can travel down here and maybe get some of those guys. All right, that's my plan. All right, let's start with the loop method here. Okay, these are split stitches. I have to remember what we're doing. So there's kind of my first stitch. Let's grab that loop. Kind of pull it a little tight there. And now let's split that stitch. Oh, that is such a fast way to start. I'm loving this loop method. And there's like nothing there. There's no knot, no nothing. Oh, Amy says that she likes my purple lilac nails. Yes, I'm gradually trying to. I feel like I'm in this like, let's clean up all the things, let's finish all the projects, let's do like get rid of everything. So I'm actively one at a time going through my nail polishes and just using the same color over and over and over again until it's used up. So we've been this purple for a little while. Before it was kind of like a purpley brown almost. I did end up using all that up, so that guy's done. And I have a lot of neutral taupey things. I do have like a black nail polish and a glitter nail polish, so those ones I probably won't work or won't wear time all the way through them, but maybe I'll wear those for Halloween or something. That'd be kind of fun. All right, did that first little part. I love that split stitch. It just looks so organic, like it's just like one solid line. And again, the reason I don't use it very often, this split stitch, is because I'm usually doing the back stitch for my outlines, which I just think it has, like, to me, that back stitch has that embroidered look, right? You get to see each stitch. It's like each little pearly stitch. Whereas this is kind of blending together as like one solid line. I'm trying to split. There we go. So it just has a different feel, and I typically opt for the backstitched look. Oh, do black for Halloween. I might do the black for Halloween, and then like glitter on some of the nails or something. We'll see. Something like that. But yeah, if I get super bored with if I can manage to like empty out a bunch of these nail polish bottles, then maybe I'll get a new color or something. But right now I'm like, I can't have this much nail polish. I gotta use it up one at a time. Just use it till it's gone. But yeah, I have a lot of like neutral, like those light pink sort of palettes. So I don't know. We'll see. I might get sick of those. Oh, Christy is saying that she keeps losing the Facebook feed. It's actually not showing on my end tonight on Facebook, and Facebook seemed like it was loading awfully bizarre earlier today, so I don't know. It might be a Facebook thing. Oh no! Oh, disaster, Rebecca. Rebecca said my coffee machine just stopped working. Oh, that is a serious problem. That would be a big problem in this house. That's like the thing that gets me up in the morning is knowing that we can make like a nice hot cup of coffee. I'd be very, very sad. Oh, so Catherine says her Facebook has been fine. Just try backing out and coming back in. That sometimes helps. We'll be here for a little while yet. Okay, so I'm not sure I have really enough to travel down and do something else. I might just end this thread. Kind of doing a lot of little stitches here, I think, so I'm using it up. So I'm going to just instead just start somewhere else. But that means we have this top section of leaves and the little thorns done. That's kind of fun. Leaves, stems, and thorns of that upper section. That's pretty. I like it. I like that it's just a hair different, like a little subtly different than that lighter gray. This whole thing. I wanted to try like a more neutral palette, like what that would look like. Okay, let's snip that. Next up, let's get a new piece of floss. Where should we start though? Kind of want to do over here, just to like go somewhere else. Like stitch this with the split stitch. Oh, you know what I should do? I should come up and do the stem stitch here, go around and do the split stitch, and then I should have enough floss. I can jump through the back of these stitches, then do like the stem stitch all the way down and get these like split stitches on the way. Let's do that. Okay, got my plan. Oops, dropped it. Ugh. Man, I'm getting clumsy on this one. I'm hitting everything. Okay. Oh, Jennifer just said that she made an iced coffee. Oh, that sounds so amazing right now. I should just try some decaf again. I think decaf though has enough coffee in it or caffeine in it to keep me up still. I can't have coffee this late. I could be super duper 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 tired. Like all I want to do is sleep, but it'll never like go into sleep. I'll just be sitting there awake, so that's no good. But sounds amazing, and an iced coffee sounds extra amazing. All right, let's do the stem stitch here. This will just be like 2 stitches, really. Okay, I want to get that loop in though too. So let's go about right there. Okay, let's try and loop this. I have my finger around the front. Okay, I'm going through the loop. Now let's come up. There we go. And we'll just end our our piece right like that, I guess. All right, but now I lost my map because I got this extra little leaf bit in here. All right, we'll go up to this point, then around and about and back up, and then I think I can still jump my way over there. So I just glanced at a comment. I think you guys are talking about hairstyles, but I read the word dark and Irish, and in my head, you were making an iced coffee, an Irish iced coffee, which I'm like, no, that sounds really, really good. Oh, that's a bummer, Marion. My brother got us onto this thing that they tout themselves as like a coffee substitute. It's I don't know. Have you heard of this mud water? Like mud, like MUD water. It's basically like kind of like a chai tea, but with a bunch of extra stuff in. It's not quite like drinking coffee, but it has a similar consistency, and you get that like warm, yummy feel and stuff. We kind of like that. I haven't had that in a while though, actually. Maybe I'll have one of those tomorrow. That'd be good. Gotta have my real coffee in the morning first, though, just because it feels special. It's our little ritual. Put the tea kettle on and do a French press coffee. But maybe later in the afternoon I'll have a mud water. Yeah, exactly, Noeline. She says, yum, I love Irish coffee. Nothing like a nip of alcohol to spark it up. Sounds so good, especially with the snow. See, I should be sitting home all day tomorrow just drinking some Irish coffee. And just like looking at the snow outside. That would be a good day. Gosh, when it was snowing yesterday, though, and just like, inches and inches of snow, I was saying to Jenna that, like, it popped in my head that I'm surprised I'm not. We were looking out the window, and I said to her, because this is what popped in my head, that I'm surprised that we're not seeing Christmas trees on the top of the cars going by. Because usually with this time of snow, it's way closer to Christmas or like Thanksgiving, and that people are buying their Christmas trees and bringing them home. It was that kind of snow. Ooh, some Baileys in coffee. Nothing wrong about that, Amy. Yum. I don't think I have any of that stuff here, though. That's a bummer. Ugh, that'd be good. Good. Yeah, it'd be a fun meeting if that's what we're drinking. Okay. There we go. That's looking cute. I think that's really pretty with the split stitch. So I'm gonna just kind of jump across the aisle here and shimmy down here. Maybe I'll do this thorn first, and then I'll come back and do all this stem stitches, and then maybe I'll stop here and get that thorn quick and then pick them up again. I'd love to be able to jump across and do this one, or at least some of these stems too, but I might run out of floss before then. That's kind of asking a lot. All right, so here I go. I'm going to just travel down here and then jump across. And get to the start of this. Oh yeah, I was going to do the stem stitch first, just because it's easier or I was going to do the split stitch first. I mean, it's easier to do stem stitch all at once. It's not, I don't like stopping and starting on the stem stitch. Alright, let's do this. So here's the stem stitch, just popping back up here. I want to get underneath that chain stitch though. Ugh. I keep stabbing it. There we go. No, I'm still stabbing that other stitch. Let's just move it out of the way. There we go. Alright. So down and up. Again, the stem stitch is way easier with this sewing method. I do kind of have to loosen my hoop a little bit though. And I'm kind of far away from it with my hands, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, yeah, I'm going to run out of floss. I might not even make it to that other thorn. Let's see. Do I try and finish this stem stitch, or do I get that thorn? I think I'm going to see if I can finish this stem stitch. We don't have that much more to go. Okay, I think that's about all I can do. Actually, I wonder if I have enough for some split stitches. I have hardly anything here, but split stitch might not take a lot. I'm going to give it a go. So I'm jumping back up here. Really, I don't even need to do the stem or the split stitch on these. I could just do these in one big stitch. So maybe this one I'll do split stitch, but then at the top I'll just do one stitch. Yay, I'm happy we got all this done here. I'm still going to do the split stitch. I have enough for 2 little baby stitches, I think. Just barely. Get in there. There we go. Okay, wonderful. Let's weave that in. All right, so we got actually a bunch of this gray to do yet. We have a whole nother section of those little leaves and stems. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get on here tomorrow. Again, I'll keep you updated if it gets late. So if you haven't heard, I may not be here on time or at all tomorrow. We have a late meeting. It's just whenever everyone can meet. So I'm hoping it gets done before we start here. I'll set everything up. Ooh, I kind of did that weird. I'm going to go one more time. I'll set everything up here so I can just jump on quick once we're done. If it gets so it might be later. If it gets too late, then I probably won't come on. But I'll let you know tomorrow how the meeting's going, like timing. But all right, let's get this all back in the hoop just to check it out again. Got it a little looser so I could do those stem stitches. That sewing method works better when it's not so tight in the hoop, I think. All right, it's coming together. We're filling it in little by little. This whole area is done. So yeah, we will pick up, try and do all of these guys. So just quickly finish. These are all those split stitches, some stem stitches, a couple little thorns, and we need to get all these little stem lines too. Oh, and we got this guy hiding down here too. Let's not forget him. The little fallen petal there, fallen leaf. Great. I actually really want to get going on this bow. The bow is going to be with this tan, but because these other colors are so neutral, I think it's going to look like a pink, which I'm excited to see what that looks like. Awesome. So thank you guys. All right. Thank you again. Here we are. To see it from this angle there. I am loving how this is coming along. So awesome. We will get right on it when I come on tomorrow, assuming that that still happens. I will let you guys know again, though, in the evening. So I want to, scream through the rest of this. And then on Friday, I may be on location, but I will still be stitching. If I am on location, though, it will most likely only be a YouTube video. So Friday, be sure to check out Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube for the feed, since I can't do both at the same time when I don't have my home set up here. So, all right. Thank you again, everyone. Keep sharing in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. I love seeing what you guys are working on, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.